Mother, Father, I've seen the world in an hour, considered every wrinkle lining the waves of Sicily. I tell you, we're the bugs and the fuzz, nothing but the bugs and the fuzz. That chicken that stayed in the marinade too long, the one that got all green and turned into coral. You see, we're just like that, only left to drift in the wake of an expanding nothing. Mother, Father, I've seen the orphan and the infertile pair. There's a distance between us that can't be breached. We're the same immutable drive limited by the same immutable factors, language, tastes, and worldviews. There's a mold we all fit when we relax our every nerve. It's chemical, an undefinable spirit, and all I can do is reach. Mother, Father, I've seen this through your eyes, but you're not with me on the shores of wonder as the sun peeks up to show it. You're not with me on the trash-lined streets filled with equals, and no, we didn't take a wrong turn. This is vastness and imaginary. This is intimidating and small. This is unique and repeated and standing all around you, smiling in the pictures you take, aching in the beds you change, crawling through the ditches because God made him a promise. It is all of this and everything a page couldn't hold. It's the hiccup you felt when I was in the womb in the poem you don't understand. It's standing at your feet nude as birth and asking you to join. Mother, Father, there are worlds within worlds, and I am with them each. Woo! Thank you, thank you. Oh, yeah. You're the one yelling book horror. You want me to pimp out your shit now, huh? No, that book was printed by Covert Press out of Toledo. Michael Grover right there. Woo!
All right.
Fine looking stuff. This one's simply called For Chris. There was a story I heard about a year ago. An 8-year-old boy, actually you'll figure it out in the poem, I guess. An 8-year-old boy at a gun show with Daddy learned all that he could, made his old man proud. There's a shooting range there to test out the weapons. When he entered the booth, he knew something was wrong. He'd fired some pistols, a rifle or two, and a shotgun that kicked like a cannon. He remembered his father, that smile he had, the time that he hit the target. That very same smile was watching that day from behind the protected glass as the instructor pulled out an Uzi for the 8-year-old boy to test. He held it up with little arms, smiled at his dad, then drew a shaky bead onto the hanging paper man. He held it tight and closed his eyes, thought briefly of that smile, still knowing somewhere deep inside that something wasn't right. As the trigger pulled, a spray of shots climbed up the floor and wall. The boy of 8, the gun in blood, now silent on the ground. Accidents don't happen, only math and man align. Now the boy of 8 and the paper man are laying side by side. Woo!
All right.
That story kind of stuck with me, you know. I mean, something seems screwed up about that. An 8-year-old boy firing an Uzi, dad smiling behind, taking pictures. Come on now, let's think about this, people. This is called Midnight Suspicions. Suppose the grapes, when squeezed, made gravy, and the pelicans were merchants of the sea. Suppose the weather never started small talk, and Her Majesty ate only mice. Suppose HIV were a vitamin, and the sky were lined with veins. Suppose gravity didn't give a shit. Suppose eggs came from groundhogs, and tulips fell with the storm. Suppose Mormons died on embryos, and seductive France laid Spain. Suppose the day made time for you, and the sun rose with your head. Suppose Nirvana locked the door. Suppose Nietzsche were a priest, and Marie Antoinette were promoting a bakery. Suppose our biggest export were couch potatoes, and passion came with kids' meals. Suppose Pavlov's dog walked upright and volunteered for consumer surveys. Suppose my 2 cents could foot the bill.